Sure, you can skip this.
Yeah. So basically, to understand more about our particular system, there's two parts of it. There's a CRM part and there's a field service part.
Let's focus field service.
Yeah. But to use field service, you practically need CRM as well, because CRM is the one that helps you to register all your customers. Right. Now, I'm not going to talk about sales CRM, but very simple. Right. To make it simple, but in short, what you would need is that you need a database to record all your customers. Right. And that's
Correct.
literally a CRM. Right? Whether you use it for
Understand.
sales or not, it's fine, but that's literally a CRM. Because now, having said that, if you're using Caction for field service, you practically have a calendar, you have a scheduling solution as well, whereby you can see here, I have different team members. For example, Peter, right? Azri, right? So Peter is from sales team. Then Azri, Lim, and Ismail, these are technicians, right? So I can even build them into different team members or different teams. Maybe I have a KL team, I have a Selangor team, I have a Penang team. So I can have different team members. And there's like a calendar view now. So let's say on November 17th, there's a customer who calls you now and said, oh, I have a breakdown, the lift broke down, or there's a man trap, right? So I would like to get one of my guys to go over. So just by looking at the calendar like this, I can easily know who is free and who is not. So basically, I only have 3 technicians. Azri has 2 jobs, one in green, one in gray now. What it actually means is that green color, the job has been done. Gray means it hasn't been done yet, right? And then Ismail has another job which is in blue color, which means that this job is actually ongoing. So just by looking at that, you will know that Lim is the guy who is free totally today. Yeah, so if it's a man trap, you don't want the guy to be trapped in there for more than too long. So you can actually get Lim to assign Lim to the job. So what you can do is that you can press add job here to create a job and assign Lim to attend to that particular customer. Now that's why we say CRM, because when I press add job, I don't want to key everything again. I don't want to key who's the customer, address, phone number, etc. Right? You want to make it simple. So it's pulling from your backend database to pump it in. Yeah, so that saves you a lot of time and effort. So when you create that and you assign it to your team members, they will actually get a push notification, just like WhatsApp. When I WhatsApp, you get push notification. When I assign you a job, you get a push notification as well. So from that push notification, if you click on that notification, you'll be brought to that particular job already, right? But of course, if you're using, our system and you have many jobs on a daily basis, you have preventive maintenance, then the technicians can actually log into the app on a daily basis. Every single day morning, they come to the office, they turn on the app, and they'll be able to see today how many jobs they been assigned to. Right? So meaning you don't need to set this as a last minute thing. You can actually pre-schedule all your jobs in advance, especially when we talk about preventive maintenance or schedule 14, all those. Yeah, so you can schedule everything in advance and pre-plan, and they just need to check their calendar. So as you can see here, they have 2 jobs on this particular day, and one is completed, one is in progress. Right? So now when your team member, let's say if I attend to this Wisma DRB High job, when I click on the particular job, right, I'll be able to see more details about the job, including the addresses, the contact number, etc. And when I reach the site, I can do a check-in. Right? Check-in basically means I'm going to verify his location, whether he's on site or not. So this is back with geofence. Only if you're on site, you'll be able to check in. But if you're not on site, sorry to say, you'll not be able to check in. So that's actually how I know whether my guy literally went to site or not, or what time was he or she on site, right? So because I think you're dealing with technicians, we've been in this industry long enough, we know that people tell you that they're doing their job, but apparently they're not even on site, right? So that's why we geofence it. We make sure that when they say they're on site, they're literally there. And in that particular job, you'll be able to see what we call a to-do list, meaning we are building in the whole SOP. So if it's a breakdown job, so for example, you can see this is a job number ID 58 is a breakdown job. To declare that you complete this job, you have to complete all these steps one by one. You can't just simply tell me, oh, boss, I've done it already. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, because if you're not using a solution like this now, you're using WhatsApp, right? They can tell you whatever they want, right? And they can even recycle their photos. Yeah. So, but now, basically, if you're using a solution like ours, the to-do list is built into the job. And to complete the job, they need to finish all these steps step by step. Right? So as you can see here, if it's a breakdown job, maybe I need them to check in. Then he needs to tell me a cause of breakdown. They need to tell me what action was taken, and they need to create me a service report. And the last step will be to check out. So only when you fulfill all this, you can complete the job. Right? So now when you click on cause of breakdown, right? So if I don't want a technician to write too many things, he might want to say, oh, can I take you a photo? Right? So they can actually use our app to take a photo, and it will be able to give you this timestamp. You can even use your own company logo on the timestamp as well. Right? With time, what exactly time was it taken and which location was this photo taken? Yeah, so this will give your customers confidence knowing that this is properly done. Okay, so that's about taking photos. So after that, right? So if they say, oh, but let's say the customer now complained that the lift broke down again, but actually preventive maintenance was just done last week. So the customer for sure, goring you and ask you, hey, what actually was done last week? Why your thing break down again, right? But because we have so many technicians, right? It's impossible to say every single time the technician who services the same person. Yeah, especially when it's a breakdown case, we just send whoever is available, right? So now for a technician wise, in the job detail, you can see that we record down the asset. Meaning now, when I say CRM, I don't just record who is the customer, but I also record down what is the equipment I sold to the customer, which lift I sold to him on what day, what is the model number, what's the serial number, all those is saved in our system as well. So if you actually click on this particular asset part, you can actually check the whole history of the asset. Meaning you can even see who actually came and do the maintenance last week, what actually was done, what photo was done, right? So you can actually see the whole history. Yeah, that will actually help your technicians a lot. Yeah, and when they finish the job, they can also directly open a maintenance report using our system, meaning no more carbon copy of paper. basically we can build in your template into our system. So they just need to take, for example, good, not good, good, not good, good, not good, right? So they went through a checklist in our system, then they can electronically sign. So I can ask the customer electronically sign for me as well, and I can electronically sign to complete the job. Now, if you say because you're doing residential, yeah, the customer is not in the house, and then it's the maid who actually opened the door for you, I can even send a WhatsApp link over to the customer, and they can remotely sign for me, right? Besides giving me a review rating. So we do this rating because, right, we want to know how good the technician actually did the job. So this rating is not for the company. This rating is actually for this job, and it means that it's actually for the technician attending for the job. So which also means year end I can pull out and say, oh, Hafiz, this guy, how many jobs has he attended this year? And what is the average rating given to him by customers? So I will know who is the technician who is performing well, so that I can, give them a raise or a bonus, right? While which technician is doing less job and people are not happy with them, I can see all that data in my system. Okay, so when you finish that, so most of the time, last time is that you take all these photos, you send back to your backend office admin, and your office admin have to use Word or Excel to complete all these reports, right? So now we don't want to do that anymore. Once your team member complete the job on site, just by pressing one button, in a minute, you can generate this service report already. So you're not wasting your backend admin to times to use like an hour to complete this service report to send to the customer. No need. By 1 minute and one click of a button, this report is already done, and you can already share with the customer either through WhatsApp or through email. Right?
Good.
So that's why we talk about efficiencies. Yeah. And of course, when we talk about mobile apps, this is backed with notifications and reminders. Right? So for example, let's say if I assign job to you, you get push notifications, right? Or let's say this particular job, me as a technician on site, I have issues, I don't know how to fix it. I can tag my boss as well, my manager, and we will be able to collaborate and discuss inside. Which also means we are not using WhatsApp anymore for all company internal communication. Because the problem about WhatsApp is no matter I talk to you about customer A, B, C, D, E, it's all jumbled up together. So it's very hard to find back later, right? But now when you're using our system to discuss, right, all these discussion notes are tied to the customer and tied to the job. So you can easily find it back later. Yeah. And even if let's say, the technician resign, we assign a new technician to take over the job, he will be able to see all this history as well. Right? So that's about notifications and reminders. Now, as managers wise, then how do I know what job is done, what job has not been done yet? So I can actually pull a dashboard from the system, right? So like a Kanban view now, I can see how many jobs are not started yet, how many jobs are in progress, how many jobs are pending, or how many jobs are completed. The beauty of this whole part is this whole thing is live. Right? If you're still using Excel, or we're still, as I went to some customers' office before, they're not even using Excel, they're using a whiteboard. That thing, nobody update one. I think you know and I know, it's all retrospective data, right? But now when you're looking at this particular Kanban, it is all live. Meaning, whatever I assign to the technician, when they do it, when they change the job to complete or in progress, it's auto-updated in the Kanban. So you will know what job is actually being done and what job is being handled at this particular time. It's all live, right? So that's about this, right? So then you can actually pull these reports from our system as well. So for example, like how many new customers or how many jobs or